Hey guys, it's Miss Castor. Go ahead and get out your inequalities practice and we are going to go through a couple of these problems. First, we're going to read the directions to figure out what we need to do. For each situation, define the variables, write an inequality, and we're going to solve it. Some of these we haven't solved, some of them we have. So make sure that you're reading the directions to figure out which one is which. Okay, so we know we're going to solve. It says show all work and write your answer in a sentence. Okay, so that's important too. It's got to be in a sentence. Alright, so Caitlin has a Target gift card for $50. So far she has selected a shirt that costs $22 and she wants to buy some books that are on sale for $9 each. How many books can she buy without exceeding the card limit? Alright, so define the variables. Well, which one is our variable? Our shirt is not, because we already know that the shirt costs $22 and she only bought one. Okay, so that's not going to be our variable. But she wants to buy some books that are on sale for $9 each. How many books? Okay, so that then becomes our variable, is the books. Okay, so you can use any variable that you would like. I'm just going to use X for books. Okay, so I know that she had a shirt that cost $22. I also know that she wants to add books that are $9 each. So 9 times X. And then without exceeding. Without exceeding means she can't go over. So which of the inequality symbols goes with without exceeding? Okay, it's going to be less than or equal to. Okay? And then our total amount that's on the card is $50. Alright, so here's our inequality. Now we actually need to solve for the inequality. Okay, so I'm going to switch colors here. I need to subtract 22 and subtract 22 from both sides. Okay, and when I do that, I just bring down my 9x because that's all that I have left on this side. And then I've got 50 minus 22. Okay, so my inequality symbol does not change. Okay, and I'm left with a positive 28. Alright, now I need to solve for the 9x. Okay, so 9 and x are being multiplied together, so I need to do the opposite. I need to divide by 9 and divide by 9. Okay, when I do that, I'm going to get a decimal. So we have to think about what makes sense logically if we're buying books. I can't buy a decimal of a book. I can only buy whole books. Okay, so I know that 9 goes into 28, 3, and a little more. Okay, so, but I can only buy 3 books because I can't buy a decimal of a book. So I've got x is less than or equal to 3. Okay, now remember this says to write your answer in a sentence. So I'm going to write a sentence. She can buy no more than 3 books. Okay, alright, let's take a look at number 2. NJHS is selling lanyards as a fundraiser. They spent $65 on materials and are selling the lanyards for 75 cents each. How many lanyards must NJHS sell to make a profit of at least $250? Okay, so at least, does that mean that that's the smallest amount that they want to spend or that they want to gain? Or is it okay if they make a little bit more profit than just $250? Okay, so let's back up a little bit. We have to define our variables. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a y for my lanyards. Okay, so that's for the number of lanyards. Alright, so we have each lanyard they are selling for 75 cents. So make sure that you have 75 cents, not $75, for each lanyard. and then they spent $65. So if they spent $65, are they adding that to the profit or are they taking it away? Well, if they spent that money, then it has to be subtracted from their profit. Okay? And then at least, again, we talked about that a second ago, that means that if they make more, that is wonderful. But they need to make no less than $250. So they want all of that to be greater than or equal to, that's what at least means, greater than or equal to 250. Okay? So I want you to finish solving this. I want an inequality for what the actual answer is, how many they need to sell, and then also write in a complete sentence the answer. And then I want you to do numbers 3, 4, and 5 on your own. If you have any questions, feel free to come to tutoring or send me an email with anything that you've got going on. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.